What's up, everybody? Here in Santa Barbara, California. I wanted to update you guys on what I plan on doing going forward with both of my channels here. I plan on uploading a lot more content on this second channel going forward. I'm going to upload a lot of extra city videos, extra city tour kind of videos. They're going to be the same kind of videos that you see on the main channel, but I'm going to upload a lot of them on this channel. You see, I had a lot of videos that I uploaded on my main channel last year that did not perform well. And for YouTube growth, you know, that's not good. So I have to make these changes. I'm still going to upload a lot of the videos and, you know, videos of a lot of places that I go to. I'm still going to go to the same amount of places. And I'm still going to go to a lot of these quote unquote boring places all throughout the country and make videos on them. I'm just going to upload them on this channel. And I'm going to upload a lot of the more interesting content on my main channel. So I'm going to save all of the interesting places that I go to on my main channel. So for example, I went to Denver, but I filmed 28 videos like an absolute madman. Hi, Shelby. And I need to balance that out. So I need to upload a lot of those Denver videos on my second channel, because a lot of those videos are only going to get maybe like 2,000 to 3,000 views on my main channel. And it all goes into YouTube growth. And I mean, if I'm gonna be able to do this for a long time like I want to, I think that making these changes are absolutely necessary. And so, I mean, this way I can still upload all of the content that I want to upload. I can still upload videos on all of those boring places throughout this country, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot more boring places and a lot more uninteresting places than there are interesting places. So if that makes sense. So the Denver videos, I think I only have 3 of the 28 uploaded so far. Well, a lot of them are going to be on my second channel. I'll still have a few of them uploaded on my main channel. It all depends on if it's interesting enough. So if it's just a neighborhood with not much to talk about, it's probably just going to go on this second channel, the Chris Harden's Travel Archive channel. But if it's an interesting neighborhood, like there's a neighborhood in Denver called Montbello, and it's one of the more dangerous neighborhoods in Denver, I'm going to upload that on my main channel. I'm also going to upload, so like here in Santa Barbara, I have videos filmed. I have like 5 of them. Well, I appreciate it, Shelby. You're the best. I have 5 Santa Barbara videos, so I'm going to upload a downtown Santa Barbara video on my main channel. And the other 4, I might put all of the other 4 on this second channel, for example. But I'm going to have enough content to put on my main channel and on my second one. It's just necessary. I mean, if you've watched some of the videos that I put out on my main channel recently, I've saved the more interesting videos for that to end the year. I also wasn't able to work ahead as much as I wanted to be able to have content up for 3 weeks. And I know that you guys are probably all saying, oh, that's all right, you need a break. Yeah, well, the problem is that YouTube does not give breaks to people. YouTube doesn't care. So you need to have content on a more regular basis than what I've been able to put out recently. This second channel, I'm not really concerned about growing this into being some kind of monster. But that first channel, I would like to have videos on it perform better. So that's why I'm making these changes. So yeah, that's what I have planned going forward. And yeah, so there's not that many of you here. There's only about 12 of you. Please keep Nostalgia Tours Radio. Yeah, definitely. Your full-length I-75 video sent me to your channel. Say, Doug, if you can't pronounce my name. Yeah, Nostalgia Tours Radio, that's just a fun thing that I do. I used to work in radio, and, you know, us who have worked in radio know just how bad the radio business is dying. So I just like to have fun with it, because I feel like there are so many bad radio stations out there. I've heard so many hilarious commercials put together, whether they're just badly produced or whatever it is. So I just have fun doing that, just because I was in radio for such a long time. But yeah, Nostalgia Tours Radio. There's only 11 of you in here. Yeah, this is on my second channel, so there's probably not that many people that this is being sent out to. But once again, if I put this on my main channel, then it probably wouldn't be performing very well, because every time I put a live video on my main channel, it's just, you know, if it performs badly, then it just negatively affects my future videos on the channel, unfairly so. That's just how YouTube is. So I can't really afford to have so many bad performing videos in a row, like what I had earlier this year. So I uploaded a bunch of videos from Florida, but none of you guys seem to care. I mean, some of you did, but there's a few of those videos that didn't even reach 1,000 views until after being uploaded for like a month. And that's really bad for, you know, me, someone who's done this for several years at this point. I mean, I'm not a huge YouTuber, but I would like for my videos to get more than 800 views after being only uploaded for a few weeks. And those were some places that I thought would have been interesting places to you guys, but I guess not. Like my video on Longboat Key, Florida. There's been so many videos that I've put together that I thought would do well, but didn't. And I think it's because of the video topic idea. So I'm basically still learning this thing, as I'm 3 to 4 years into this. I'm 4 years into it now. So I'm still learning this thing and not giving up, not at all. I'm gonna keep doing this thing as long as I can do this thing for. It's really fun. I really enjoy seeing everything that I can see. But I think implementing content the way that I'm explaining, with content being uploaded on this second channel more often, whether it's you know, less interesting city kind of video, I think this will work. Because, like, for instance, I uploaded 5 videos on the 5 gross points in Detroit here recently. My first one did really well, but then the other 4 didn't do as well, and it's probably because you already saw one and got bored of it. You want to see something else. Yeah, and I get it. And so in the future, I'm just gonna save the more interesting stuff for my main channel and put all the extra on this second one. 12 of you in here now. I'll stay here for a few more minutes. Yeah, so many radio stations declaring bankruptcy. Yep. Not just that, they could just lay off employees at any second. I mean, they'll catch you off guard with it. I know so many people in the radio industry that have been laid off without expecting it, without seeing it coming. And most of you know this by now. During the pandemic, I was furloughed. Hi, Joan. During the pandemic, I was furloughed, and that's when I started this YouTube thing. And I just saw an opportunity because I had a lot of broadcasting experience, a lot of, you know, video editing skills. I'm not the best video editor out there, but I know how to do more than the average person. And I don't know, I just wanted to give it a shot, and it worked out. And it has been working out for the most part. So, good old AM, FM traditional radio. Anyone that tells you that radio is not a dying business is lying to you. And there are some people in the radio industry that will lie to you about that, because they love radio so much. They went to school for it. They've devoted their entire professional careers towards being successful in the radio industry. And it's just hard for them to accept the fact that radio is dying, and possibly in the future people won't be having their jobs in radio anymore. Like, there will be like no jobs in AM FM radio anymore. I heard that Indianapolis, you know, it's a decently sized city. It's not a huge city, but it's decently sized. I think there's just about 2 million people in the metro area now for Indianapolis. I think it's market 22 or 23, maybe it's 30. I honestly don't know. I haven't looked at market sizes in such a long time. But Indianapolis has one of the major national radio station clusters, you know, in their city. I'm not going to say the name, but it's one of the major brands in radio. And a lot of these major brands have a group of 3 or 4 or maybe a little bit more stations in each market. Well, nobody works for this major brand in Indianapolis anymore. It's all done out of Chicago. That's what I've heard. There's not even a manager in the office for Indianapolis. Everything is done out of Chicago. So it's just amazing to me how many jobs have been lost in radio. And I knew I had to do something different. And I know it's kind of funny and kind of crazy to think that YouTube could be the replacement for that, but it has been. And it's been a really good one at that too. It's worked out for me, and hopefully it continues to work out for me. If not, well, I'm kind of freaking screwed, to be honest with you. I don't really have all that much. I'm sure I have some marketable skills and I could get a job somewhere if I really needed to or tried to. You have good detail in your videos, like map, picture, street names. Yeah, thanks. I try to be better than all the others at that. I've seen a lot of crappy videos on YouTube perform very well, so that's another reason why I thought that I had a pretty good chance. And there's, I thought in some ways that some of my videos would have had more success than what they have had so far. But I've also, at the same time, my channel's been pretty successful, my main one, and it might not be the best, but it's done pretty well, and it continues to grow slowly but surely. And in order to keep that going, you have to make changes, and you have to learn and adapt and try new things and do new things, and that's what I plan on doing going forward. I have full confidence in being able to grow this ship a little bit more, and we'll see what happens. Can't worry about it too much. Just gotta live and learn. Yeah, a lot of you seem to like those long road trip videos. A lot of you seem to like those 7-hour road trip videos, whether you just like to slap it on and kill time. Hey, I used to do that. I used to slap on certain videos and just kill some time. I used to go to YouTube for entertainment. You look somewhere warm. Well, I'm a little bit sunburnt. I'm in a Jeep Wrangler right now. It's pretty easy to take this top off. I've had it off a couple of times. See? Pretty easy to just take off. And it's off. And it's pretty easy to just put back on. And it's back on. So I've had it off, and I've been filming some, and a little bit sunburnt, but not anything too crazy. In Santa Barbara, so yeah. It's a little bit warmer than the rest of the country right now. It's not too warm, though. It's about 50 to 60 degrees. Found your channel watching Michigan stuff. Yeah. A lot of my audience, I feel like, is from Michigan, because I've had a lot of Michigan content because, that's the state I live in, so I'm close to a lot of places in Michigan, and so I've filmed a lot of Michigan stuff. Love your videos, especially because maybe we can't go out driving. Yeah, it's not always easy to, find the time and spend the money to go out and travel, but so I get it, for sure. Better than -40 in North Dakota. -40, wow, yeah. Yeah, I saw that things were getting pretty blustery up there in the northern plains. Also, Buffalo, New York. I pay attention to a lot of sports stuff, and Buffalo has the playoff game with Pittsburgh. They had to postpone it because during the game there's supposed to be 65-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and it was supposed to be a snowstorm. And I'm guessing it's snowing in Buffalo, New York right now. Yeah, it's ridiculous the rest of the country. I'm just hoping that there's no delays on my flight back. Yeah, not everybody thinks that I research things well, but I'm glad you do. I've got a Jeep Gladiator. Can't put the top down in Chicago, though. Any plans to do more street interviews on your city tours? Yeah, I want to talk to more people. I want to implement myself more instead of just doing voiceovers. The problem is that a lot of the times that I'm out and about, I only have so much time to film stuff, and I try to get things done as quickly as I can, and it takes a while to drive around all these neighborhoods and everything. But I do want to implement myself more in the videos, and I want to talk to more people. But Jeep Gladiators, yeah, those things are nice. I thought about getting one myself a couple years ago, but I got a Chevy Blazer instead. I like these Wranglers, and I like the Gladiators. I think they're pretty awesome. When done in Santa Barbara, will you do a video in beautiful downtown Burbank? Maybe one day. There's a lot of freaking cities out here in California, and it's really spread out. So filming California, like, it's gonna take a long time to get to pretty much everywhere. But if things go the way that I want them to, then I'll be going everywhere, and that includes Burbank, of course. So yeah, I was in a different California city this time, a big one, not Santa Barbara. I filmed Santa Barbara last time I was here. We were here back in August, and we're here again. So I already got Santa Barbara on my last trip, but I was in a different California city this time. You guys will see what that one is. You guys will like it. $17 of you in here now. Yeah, Santa Barbara, I like this city, actually. The thing I don't like about it the most is that it's in the state of California, meaning that it's extremely expensive to live here. And I mean extremely expensive. I was looking at Zillow earlier just off of curiosity, and there's a home on the ocean, and it's got maybe 2,000 square feet, maybe 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms or something. So not a small place, but not anything too crazy big. But it's right on the ocean, oceanfront property. And it's $100 million. I kid you not. It's $100 million. And there's a lot of places here in the Santa Barbara area that are up in the hills that are for like $40 or $50 million right now. The cheapest place that I saw in Santa Barbara on Zillow that you could move into was like a 700 square foot condo, and it was $800,000. No garage, just a 700 square foot condo. I think it's up in the hills a little bit. There's a little bit of a back patio, and you can actually see the ocean from what the pictures showed on Zillow. You could actually see the ocean above the, some hedges on the back side of the patio. But $800,000 for a 700 square foot home here in Santa Barbara. That's the cheapest place that I could find in this city. There's a lot of homes that look like they need some renovation here in the city, like not up on the hills, but in the city, that are like $1.1 million. And I could get a finished 10,000 square foot home in Michigan, in some places in Michigan, for that money. So it's not really realistic to think that you can come out here and live out here in Santa Barbara right now. I mean, this place is beautiful. You don't have a lot of the drama in Santa Barbara that you have in the other major California cities. But like I said, it's not realistic to think that you could live here. I'm sure rent is expensive. I haven't even looked at rent. I just looked at some of the homes and looked at how much they cost. But it's quiet here at night. So that's a big draw to me. And let's say money wasn't an issue to me. Let's say I had all the money in the world. Yeah, maybe I would live here if money truly wasn't an issue. Because if money's not an issue, who cares if you give 50% of it to the government, right? Because money's not an issue. But, it's not realistic for most people. And when I say that, I mean, even the top 1% in this country, like a lot of those people, it's not realistic for them to live here or anywhere along the coast in California. It's just ridiculous. And some of these places in California have become so lawless with the politics that have been implemented over the last couple of years. I don't know why anyone would want to relocate here when they see some of that stuff. you're pretty much on your own in some of these bigger cities. You can't call the cops if someone comes and robs you. They're not going to do anything. So that's what would keep me from ever really living in Santa Barbara. Those two things, money and the fact that you're pretty much, criminals are pretty much free to do what they want here in this state. And that's concerning, obviously. I like Michigan. Despite the fact that it's single-digit temperatures in Michigan right now, I like Michigan. I'm always going to stick up for Michigan. If I'm going to live up north in the Midwest, Michigan is the state that I would live in, by far and away. I don't know if I'd live in any other state in the Midwest. Michigan just has so many things about it that I like, and it just feels like home to me. And it always will, probably. So, but any other state, I don't know. Are there any cities in Illinois or Michigan that you still want to film but haven't yet? I'm working on filming Chicago right now. I've already filmed quite a few videos in Chicago. I have like 42 videos planned for Chicago, and since it's Chicago, a lot of those videos will probably be up on my main channel. I also want to film all the, Chicagoland suburbs. I really do. It sounds crazy because there's so many of them, but I'm kind of crazy like that, if you guys haven't found out by now. Hi, Hayden. Are you Hayden Headlines? Is that who you are? Yeah, I want to go to Chicago, and yeah, there's still a lot of cities in Michigan too. I don't know where your hometown is, Hayden. Where is it? Where's your hometown? Yeah, Illinois, Michigan, yeah, there's still a lot of things to show in those two states. I also want to implement more types of, different types of videos. So like, I've gone to so many places now. I think I can start comparing places because I have so much experience seeing so many different places. I want to put together like these lists, like Nick Johnson and A World According to Briggs. I want to do videos like what those guys do. They implement lists. Nick doesn't do it as much as he used to, but I think that would be good for my channel. A good thing to try out and test out. And I think because I've been to so many places, I think I can, I feel good about doing it. So I think I'm going to start doing that a little bit here and there. I'm never going to transition just to doing lists because I want to travel and do what I'm doing and still do what I'm doing. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is your hometown? Yeah. Hey, guess what? I was born right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So yeah, Pittsburgh one of these days. It all depends on where life takes me. So right now I'm in Santa Barbara because life took me here. I didn't just kind of get on a plane and fly out here. No, I'm here for other reasons. Great job on your content you post. Thank you. No, I'm out here for other reasons. And so I'm just, whenever I go to places, in which, by the way, life has taken me so many places here recently for other reasons other than me just going places to film, I try to film whenever I am at certain places. Part of it is to, just to work, because if I'm going to be out here, I don't know when the next time is I'm going to be able to go to a certain place like Santa Barbara. I don't know when the next time is I'm going to be able to be out here, but I already filmed all of Santa Barbara, so I got that done. And I'm trying to go everywhere in this country, so I'm trying to film what I can, when I can, whenever I go somewhere, basically. And I have family that lives all over the country, and we have other things that we do all over the country. So yeah, I'm kind of all scatterbrained, kind of like how this last year has been. This last year has been just so crazy, and that's kind of how the content plan is right now. It's just kind of all over the map because life keeps taking me to all these places. So yeah, I'm not just flying to certain places just to film videos on those places. More so, I just film wherever we go in this crazy thing we call life. And here I am in California and about to head back to Michigan. Yeah, so Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania one of these days for sure. Pittsburgh's a very interesting place. Farthest I've ever been was Orlando, way north of where you filmed in Pokey. Yeah. Orlando, kind of a miserable hellhole, to be honest with you. At least in my opinion. people there drive like they don't care about their lives. They don't care about staying alive. And I'm not really a big Disney person. So maybe if I have kids one day, they might want to go to Disney and see it. So if that's the case, yeah, I'll probably go to Disney then. But I don't really care about going to Disney now. I was at SeaWorld when I was really young. My grandparents used to live down in Florida, and we went to SeaWorld once, and I don't really remember much about that. But yeah, I have thought about doing a video or two in Windsor, and I might as well, I might film it here pretty soon. We'll see. I have thought about Windsor. I haven't been into Canada since the pandemic, and my experiences of going into Canada, dealing with the Canadian Border Patrol, they act like everyone who is coming into Canada for the first time in a while is bringing in contraband. They are some characters there at the Border Patrol in Canada. Let me tell you. I asked in a post a couple of years ago when I was going down to Florida if you guys would have rather have seen the Bradenton and Sarasota area or Orlando, and you guys voted Bradenton, Sarasota, but most of you guys didn't watch the Bradenton and Sarasota area videos. So I'm probably not going to do like a poll like that again, because I know what you guys want to see. And let's be honest, you guys know what you want to see. You guys know what gets the clicks. It's the abandoned stuff. It's the going through the hoods. It's going through the places that most of you would never step foot in, just to see what it's like and, learn about what's going on in those cities, whatever it is. Those videos is what gets the clicks. That or ghost towns or something like really fascinating or interesting. And I get it. But it is what it is. And so I'm probably not going to be asking like what you guys want to see. Do you want me to film here or there and then go with whatever the poll count wins? Because I did that with Bradenton and Sarasota and it didn't really turn out very well. And I feel like if I did Orlando, I feel like it would have gotten I would have gotten a lot more views, because it's Orlando. It's a bigger city and it's more people search for Orlando than Bradenton or Sarasota. So appreciate you, and your videos always excellent. Well, I appreciate all of you for tuning in and watching as much as you guys do. I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for all of you who watch. I'm going to hang this up here in a couple more minutes. If anyone has any more questions or comments or whatever, shoot them out. Spit it out, people. Spit it out. I'm from Scotland, so I don't think I will ever see any of the places in real life, so many thanks for the content. Yeah, Scotland. That's a place I would like to go. I have never been overseas. The only country I've been to outside of the US is Canada. And I've only been into Canada a few times. Safe travels home. Thank you. I know it is hard to pick faves. Yeah. Not sure what you mean by that. What were you in town for? We were out here for other reasons. We were out here for other reasons. We had some business out here in Santa Barbara. I guess we're just cool people. My wife and I guess we're just cool. We're just cool people. We had some business out here in Santa Barbara. All right, so I'm surprised that this thing is still going on. What happened was my phone said that it got too hot. I didn't think it was going to do that this time because I don't have it plugged in charging. But a lot of the times when you plug in the phone, when you're doing a live stream, it'll heat up even more. Turn the AC on, see if that helps. Yeah, I don't know why it did that, but it did that. So sometimes when you stream from your phone, it gets too hot. No, I'm here, guys. Let me know if you guys are here and can see me. Let me know if you guys are here and can see me. we're back. Yep. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. I was going to end it soon anyway, but not the way that I wanted that it was going to end there. Yeah, the phone just got too hot. Can y'all hear? Y'all can see. Can you hear? I like these live stream ideas, but then again I don't, because I don't know if the technology just isn't really there yet for YouTube. I don't know, but there's a lot of fluky crap that happens with these live streams, and technology just uses so much of the phone, I guess, that the phone got hot, turned off. And other times, if you're not in good cell phone connection, it you know, if you don't have good cell phone connection, it'll just kick off, you know, it'll just disappear. So if you're out and about, like, I think it'd be really cool to just drive and do a live stream, but a lot of you complain about the quality, and the reason why the quality is so bad is because a lot of the times when you're out driving, you don't have good cell phone service, or you don't have perfect cell phone service. You're not connected to Wi-Fi, which is what these live streams rely on. So, you know, plus it looks really shaky. Look, it looks really shaky when you're doing a live stream, and there's no way around that. Even though this iPhone camera has a built-in stabilizer, it's an iPhone 12 Pro Max, it has a built-in stabilizer, and I even tried using this live stream thing out in Denver when I was like walking around Red Rocks, and I tried to use a gimbal that I have for the phone, and it does a pretty good job when you usually when you record and you're walking around and stuff, it does a pretty good job keeping everything smooth like a gimbal is supposed to. It stabilizes the shot. But when I'm doing it in live stream mode, nothing works that way. Like, there is no stabilization with the camera, at least that I know of, when you do live stream. So really, doing live stream, you have really crappy video quality no matter what you do, unless you're sitting around at home and filming yourself talking, or like what I'm doing right now. So I think, I don't know, I think it has its disappointments, live streaming. And when your phone gets too hot, it'll just stop working temporarily or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. I want to say I'm gonna get going, and you guys take it easy. Thanks as always for watching and liking, commenting, subscribing, doing all that stuff. It always helps. You feel weird asking people to like, comment, and subscribe, but that's how YouTube works, and you guys get it. So I appreciate all of you, especially, you know, Joan and Shelby. You guys are awesome. You guys are always commenting, and definitely appreciate you guys and all of the rest of you fans for all of your support. Definitely appreciate it. All right, well, we'll talk to you guys again, and yeah, go Blue, national champions, and we'll see you around. Thanks, guys.